Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, Money Won't Buy Your Way Out of This Place. Okay? Once again, money won't buy your way out of this place. And this is a lesson that, came to me quickly through the Spirit. A little strapped on time today, but I want to touch on something. This is one to keep in the mind. Money ain't going to buy your way out of this place, man. You're not going to be able to, buy your way, to salvation. You need to be on good terms with the Lord. You need to be built up, not in physical goods, but in spiritual goods, through faith. All right, and we have, a strong mental fortitude. All right, to be able to, praying for the strength to endure the times coming. All right, as it is, it's been deemed the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So this could be the year that it pops off, and Lord willing, it is. Okay, so it's one of those things. It's like a Band-Aid, man. It has to come off sometime. You can't just leave it there to fester. You got to take it off. And sure, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's something it's got to go through. And the elect, all right, and we're hoping and we're hopeful that we're of that number. All right, are going to be okay. There's, it's still not going to be, fun. All right, during Jacob's trouble, but they will ultimately make it through. Okay, and they're going to be able to make it through prayer, faith, meditation, right? And trusting in the Lord. It's not going to be through money or goods or buying guns or stockpiling food or building doomsday bunkers, right? So money's not going to buy your way out of this. The only thing that's going to deliver you from this is the only person that's going to be able to deliver you from this is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that's the only way we're getting out of here. Okay, is when the Father sends His Son back to deliver the elect. All right, as well as wreak complete devastation upon Babylon the Great. So, hey man, you're not going to be able to buy your way, onto the chariots. You're not going to be able to buy your way into a bunker, because you people that were in bunkers, a lot of you are going to be the rich and wealthy, and Yahweh Shai is going to just pop you right out of those things like some tuna fish, man, or some sardines. Right, he's going to pop you right out of that can, and then your ass is going directly into slavery. Okay, go directly to jail, right, as the Monopoly card says, or the Monopoly spot says. Okay, go directly to jail. That's what's going to happen. You're going to go directly to captivity. Okay, so money won't buy your way out of this place. Okay, so no matter of what riches you have or items you have, they don't really mean shit at the end of the day. All right, no matter how a pride possession, as they call them, all right, they don't really mean anything at the end of the day. All right, they're just items. Okay, so without any further ado, we're gonna grab the first scripture, all right, of the lesson, which is 1 Timothy 6 and 7, all right, through 10. All right, now listen here. It says 1 Timothy 6 and 7 through verse 10. It says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." Now bear with me. I want to go see if I want to read up here. Let's see. We can really get it at 7. I mean, of course, it would, it's always beneficial to read up, but it makes sense the way it is. So 1 Timothy 6 and 7. "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." All right, we didn't bring anything. All right, when we came out. All right, nothing. We weren't clenching a video game controller or a book. All right, with us, or a TV remote or a pair of Nikes. All right, when we were birthed. All right, we brought nothing in. All right, and we're not carrying anything out. We're not bringing anything out. We're not bringing. We're not going to be loading shit up on the chariots. That's not how it's going to work. The Lord's not going to just pull over to your house. All right, well, here's my PlayStation 5, my Xbox. All right, this is my brand new futon. I just got this. It's cool. Oh, I bought this hot tub. This was a good deal. No, you're not going to be loading shit up. Okay, that's not how it works. All right, you're not going to have the Lord and His angels aren't going to be your moving team. All right, that's not how it works. You're not bringing none of that shit with you. Okay, and that's why these people, these 2/3, man, all they care about, is just that temporary gain, that gold chains, right? Because, they want it now, and they want it now, and they want it now, right? They don't care about, any permanence. They don't care about keeping it forever. All right, they think they're gonna have it forever, but they're not, man. They've been deceived. Okay, the Lord's not gonna, help you load your stuff onto the chariots. That's not how it's gonna work. You're not bringing nothing. Okay, you're not bringing no DVDs. You're not bringing no TV or no Netflix. You're not bringing nothing, man. All that stuff's vile and foul. All right, and it has, hidden subliminal messages in it and weird indoctrinations in it. You're not bringing none of that. None of that. You're not so much as bringing a pack of chips, all right, or crisps, as they would say in England, on the chariot. All right, you're not bringing anything. The only thing you're bringing is you. That's it. Okay, that is it. Okay, you're not gonna even have you're not gonna be standing there in a shirt that says "I love fat chicks." You're not gonna be wearing a shirt that says that. Somehow, some way, that's gonna be gone, and you're gonna be completely changed. You'll probably have a garment on. All right, and that's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We don't know necessarily how it's gonna go. All right, but you're gonna be changed. Boom. You're not gonna have no stupid ass shirt. All right, that says some dumb shit on it. All right, certified thug. All right, or bad bitch or any of this dumb. You're not gonna have it. Okay, you're not gonna have any of it. So continuing on, start over from 7. 1 Timothy 6 and 7. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Nothing. It says, and having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. And raiment is clothing, right? It says in verse 9, bear with me. So like it says in verse 9, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Okay, and one of these foolish and hurtful lusts coming soon is the mark of the beast, all right, the RFID chip, that digital device, all right, the implanted device. Okay, and that is what the mark of the beast is. It's that RFID digital implantation. All right, that's what it is. So, and these people that are that like all this fancy things, they're gonna fall into that temptation and that snare of taking that mark of the beast. Because when these people with especially think about, we can just use these women as example, these women with makeup addictions. All right, there's a lot of women in the world with makeup addictions, or we can use the men with alcohol addictions, all right, or smokers, right, or weed heads, right? When it comes to the point that you can't buy those anymore, or you can't go to the dispensary, or you can't go to an Ulta Beauty or a Sephora, and you can't go to a liquor store. All right, or here in Vegas they got Lee's Liquor, right? You won't be able to go to a Lee's Liquor anymore. All right, and they tell you can go to those things if you just get the chip. If you get this, you get this chip, they're not gonna call it the mark of the beast. All right, it's gonna have a different name for it. Okay, and it's probably gonna sound catchy. Okay, and like I've said before, it's not gonna look stupid. It's gonna look cool, man. It's gonna be like the new Xbox. It's not. They're not gonna market it as something boring. They're gonna market it as something that you're really gonna want to get. That's part of the temptation. Is that it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna have some cool features, but you can't get that shit, man. And these people, when they find out they can't go to Ulta or Sephora, they can't go to Taco Bell, all right, they can't go to Lee's Liquor, all right, they can't go to what else do we use? Any of these other places, all right, unless they have the chip. They're gonna run down and get that chip, man, so they can continue on in their covetousness, and it's greed for gain and just heaping themselves more and more and more and more and more, and that's a problem that I've suffered with in the past is not letting enough be enough. All right, that's something that I'd say I even still struggle with. All right, I wouldn't say it's ever 100% done because you all constantly got to correct yourself with that, man. It's not something that's something you constantly got to correct yourself because the demons will come back and try to mess with you on it. Demons will try to mess with you. That's the whole thing. The demons know right where to get you, man. And sometimes you end up buying some shit that you just really didn't even need. All right, it's happened to me. All right, and it's just pointless. And you gotta be, if that's behavior that needs controlling. All right, you need to get better with that. That's something I need to work on too. I'm trying to get better with it. But we're all going through different things. Some people got different things they're going through. But that's one of the things. You don't need extra shit. A lot of time. You can get. You can have nice things. All right, but just getting shit to get shit. That's something that we should all get better on. Verse 10 says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil," and that's a scripture that's commonly incorrectly quoted. A lot of people say, "Oh, money is the root of all evil." Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is, as it says, verse 10. "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." You got to realize a lot of the wickedness and destruction and evil and torment has been done for money. All right, for money, all right, through the hands of Esau. Esau, through will destroy you. That's really through Yahweh Shem Shai destroying you, all right, because Esau can only destroy the body, all right, they can't destroy the soul. So, but the judgment comes at the hand of Esau quite a bit when it's for money. They'll kill you, do anything, man, over that money. They have that mob mentality, that mob spirit. They turn into Vinny real quick. Where's our money there? And they'll, you're gonna be sleeping with the fish. If you don't give up that money, man. A lot of people just, kill for money. It's a lot, man. A lot of death for money. Robbery, which is, again, that's stealing. You're not supposed to do that. All right. All over money, man. All over money. People will become witches and warlocks, all right, selling drugs, which is against the law. All right, against the law and against the biblical law. All right, and we were speaking of the biblical law because that's the more important one. But the biblical law, you can't be a warlock and sell drugs like that. But why do they do it? For money. They don't care about the law because it's about money. They care about the money. They want the money. Okay, it's the same thing with prostitution, with whoremongering. Why do they do it? It's against the law. Well, one, they don't care about the law. All right. Two, it's because of money. All right. The love of money is the root of all evil. Okay. Like it says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. You wanted that money so bad, you did something terrible. And then what? And pierced themselves through with many sorrows. And that's the case, man. That's the case with a lot of people, is that, you want that money so bad, you're willing to do anything to get it. And you have songs about, talking about robbing people and shooting people and taking their money, robbing banks and hurting people. And, it's over some paper, man. Over some paper. And that's not going to get you anything at the end of the day. That's not going to get you anything in the kingdom. That's not going to get you you can't buy tickets. All right. They don't sell tickets for the chariots. Okay. You can't buy a boarding pass. All right. The only way you can get a boarding pass is through Yahweh Shem Shai. And it's not through money. All right. It's through faith, and it's through being, predestinated as being part of the elect. Okay. And that's the only thing we have to hope for. That's what we have to hope for, is that we're of the elect, and Lord willing we are. Okay. But these people, they're not ready, man. They're just not ready because they're not focused on things above. As it says, as this scripture says, Colossians 3:2 says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. And this is something we could all get better on. All right. I don't think, any of us are to the point where we'd like to be. Okay. Because everybody constantly wants to grow. They constantly want to, get better. All right. Even Apostle Har and Apostle Gabar talk about, constantly growing. They're still learning. All right. And if they're still learning, we should still be learning as well. All right. There's no excuses. This is the thing that we're constantly growing in. All right, we're constantly getting better. All right, and we're not going to be perfect. All right, and the Lord knows that we're not going to be perfect, but we gotta strive for mastery in this thing, man, and strive for growing. Okay, and set our affection on things above and not on things on the earth, like it says in Colossians 3:2. Be more worried about be more worried about the things coming. Okay, and the things above, all right, be more concerned with Yahweh Shai than, some device or thing or, item, okay, and that ultimately means, Yahweh Shem Shai coming first, this truth coming first, okay. That's why I always say the first thing you should do in the morning, of course, after praying, is, get yourself good and woken up, all right, and get that grogginess done and over with. And then, that should be your first thing is, go and start your lessons, watch them or make them, if you're a man. And hey, and make sure that should be imperative. That should be like, the first thing on your mind. It should make you uncomfortable to not have those done yet. It should make you uncomfortable, and as a man, all right, you men probably understand how that goes. Because before we make a lesson, that's our whole, I gotta make a lesson. We can't even, rest. It's on our mind, very heavy, all right, before we can even do anything. You wake up, and gotta make a lesson. You sit down, you're like, oh, cool, all right, and then, you do your prayers, all right, have the Spirit get on you, all right, to make a lesson, or however, every brother works differently. And then, you sit down and work on making your lesson or putting it together or starting filming it, and then you go for it, and then, after that, you feel a little bit more relaxed, all right, and then you watch your lessons, all right, and then you can go throughout your day, all right, because you feel like, you did the most, and you want to get the most important things done first, okay, you want to get the most important things done first. You don't want to play video games first and put off the Lord, All right, you want to, do things of the Lord first and put off video games. All right, don't get your priorities mixed up. Don't get your priorities mixed up. Do what the important thing first, and then all the other shit can come later. Video games or watching TV or playing music. All right, whatever it is. All right, that comes after Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not before. That comes after. All right, and that's on the low scale of things. All right, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai is way set up high, and then all these other meaningless shit is all the way on the bottom. Okay, so you can't get your priorities out of whack. All right, you got to have your priorities straight. Colossians 3:2, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. And this is something we could all. We're constantly growing. All right, we are constantly growing, constantly jumping over hurdles and road bumps. All right, and we're not going to be perfect. All right, so don't beat yourself up if you're not perfect, because no one's going to be perfect. All right, I myself am not perfect. All right, and nobody is. All right, and anybody that would be considering themselves perfect would be proud, because there's nobody perfect but the Father. Yeah. So, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that's perfection. It's not man is not perfect. Okay, man is not perfect. One, we're in this flesh, which means we can't be perfect because we have these lusts of the flesh, and we even have these unclean thoughts, man. All right, unclean thought patterns. You're trying to, there's different things, man, that you can't fully even control. Now they're saying there's a new study that's saying that all the water bottles have microplastics in them, and that we're drinking like shitloads of microplastics. Who would have thought? Who'd have thought, right? Who would have guessed? It's always some shit. All right, and there's pork in it. There's pork in plastic. All right, so that's what we get to deal with. So we can't be perfect, man. All right, we cannot be perfect, but we strive for perfection. Okay, so we got to set our affection on things above. All right, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, worry about things that matter and not about things that don't matter. All right, so let's continue on. Wrong one. This is Matthew 6:19 through 21. It should be a very familiar scripture to most. Matthew 6:19 through 21. Verse 19 reads, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." All right, so hey, on earth, what happens? Moth and rust doth corrupt here. All right, so and that's just an example. It's not always moths and rust. All right, it's just a physical example. All right, and especially if you're Jake, you've ever had clothes in storage, that the moths end up eating them and shit. You'll end up having holes in your clothes because the moths ate them. All right, or you have something metal and rust will come through. All right, but these are actually just these are just examples. It's not literally meaning just moths and rust. It's just talking about these things are not permanent. Like it says, and where thieves break through and steal. There's another thing. You get a brand new TV, someone comes through and steals it. All right, your old TV, it's all beaten up and rusted out. All right, so nothing here is permanent, man. Nothing here is permanent is what this is getting at. These things are they're built like shit. First of all, they're all built in China. All right, they don't last for anything. All right, and you put your whole life into these items when they're not even meant to last your whole lifetime. These things, planned obsolescence. All right, planned deterioration. All right, phones used to last forever. Now phones don't last for shit. 2-3 years and they start slowing down. And bear with me just one moment. It's like you. So, these phones start slowing down and shit. And Apple, they've gotten sued for it, man. And you have the Android users that'll say, well, Android's a little bit, and their shit just sucks out the box. So, their shit slow out the box. You have too many widgets going on or something, and it just gets slow. All right. And everybody has their different phone. Bear with me one more minute. Like Esau's air isn't even good. It's all fucked up. Getting colds and flus and shit, which I still don't even. I'm not gonna even get on that because that shit still don't make sense to me. I think they pump that shit out in the air, honestly, because it's how all of a sudden is it that only they have a season for it. How's it that they have a season for it, where all of a sudden, you know, it was dormant, and now all of a sudden it's come back, you know, and it doesn't make any sense. You know, it doesn't make any sense. They call it one thing, but there's other shit going on. They're engineering that shit. I know they are. So continuing on, we'll start back at 19. Matthew 6:19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But, verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So I want to go and get this in the Good News Translation. It was what, through 21? Yep. Okay. Ooh, all right. So let me grab a drink and we'll jump right into it. All right. So Matthew 6:19 through 21 in the Good News Translation. It's titled Riches in Heaven. Verse 19, do not store up riches for yourself here on earth, where moths and rust destroy and robbers break in and steal. Instead, store up riches for yourselves in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy and robbers cannot break in and steal. For your heart will always be where your riches are. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So your heart's always going to be where your riches are. All right. So, you know, and, you know, there's a scripture, comes to mind. This is Luke 16:13. It says, this is red letter, so this is Yahushua speaking, right? It says, no servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Okay, and Mammon is, you know, a representation of money. Okay, so you can't serve both. Okay, it's one or the other, you know, and money doesn't really mean shit at the end of the day. All right, you learn that, and I first started learning that really when I was homeless for a time, a couple years back, you know, and you realize that money doesn't really mean shit, man, you know, because it ain't gonna, you know, once you learn, you know, you gotta learn to be comfortable with yourself, because no amount of money is gonna make you comfortable, you know. It's you know, if you're not in the right state of mind, you know, if you're not in the right, you know, in the right situation, no amount of money is gonna make you okay, you know. And, you know, I learned to live, you know, being when I was homeless, I learned to live off of very, very, very little cash. All right, and that's something I can still, it's not comfortable, but it's something that, you know, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, not bigging myself up, it's all through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's something that now, you know, I can you know, manage on less money than most. All right, there was a point in my life, even when after I was homeless, where I had a lot of rent to pay, and I had to live off of $20 a week, man. So I was eating at McDonald's and shit. It was gross, you know. And I thankfully, you know, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I had people looking out for me at that time. You know, not only just, you know, the girl, all right, that I was with and still am with, but also, you know, the people that I knew, the people that I you know, not I don't want to say formed friendships with, but, you know, formed, you know, a formal relationship with, because I was there all the time. You know, I was cool with them. I was working at a GameStop at the time. They'd ask me things, and they were cool with me. They'd be like, hey man, here have a free drink. So then that would save me money, you know, because I only have like, you know, $3 or less to, you know, go through a day, you know, through a work week. So, you know, I would usually, what I'd do is, and I'm gonna tell you how bad it was, because it's ridiculous. What I would do is I'd go, and I don't know if McDonald's still does it. I don't know, because I don't eat there anymore, because the shit's poison. But I would go there, order like a McChicken, and then I'd fill out the you know, they'd give you a receipt that says, oh, fill this out and you get another, you know, item, $1 item or whatever, you know, item equal to purchase or whatever. So usually I'd have one of those, or I'd have one of those ready and all ready to go. And so I'd buy a burger, and then I'd use that, and I'd buy another one, all right? And then, you know, I'd usually, you know, use something in the app. I had the McDonald's app, and I'd get like a free drink or something, right? So you'd get like a, you know, a free drink with any purchase, all right, through the app. So I'd get that, and then I'd go and get the burger, and then I'd go and get the receipt, and then I'd go get another burger. And then when it got to the point that, you know, they were giving me free drinks there, I could just use that app for something different. I could get like the free fry, and then I could get 2 burgers and a drink, and then so I'd be doing pretty well. And that's all through Yahweh Shem Shai, because man, there's no way I could have made it through that time, you know. And this shit's embarrassing as, you know, as a man, you know, when you're not on your feet, you know. So it's a thing that you overcome, and you learn, you know, it's this thing that you learn that money doesn't really mean anything, you know. You can learn to be comfortable with less. All right, learn to be comfortable with less. Okay, especially with Jacob's trouble coming, man. You're not gonna be, you know, shopping it up at the mall or doing any of those things. Okay, you're gonna have to learn to be comfortable with less. There's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to learn to be comfortable with less, man. You're gonna have to learn. Luke 16:13. No servant can serve 2 masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Okay, you can't be in the love for money and still love, you know, the Father and the Son, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai. You can't do it. And that's why these rappers, you know, oh Kanye, Kyrie, you know, they're not gonna do it. Okay, they don't really give a shit at the end of the day. Okay, they don't give a shit. They don't have a shit to give. All right, they're not men of the Lord. You know, they might have a little idea about something, and, you know, Kanye, he parades himself around as being a man of the Lord, but I bet he ain't calling on Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, I bet he's calling on some other name, and he's still, you know, he at one point, and didn't he refer to the 12 tribes of Judah or something? You know, he got it all wrong. Not the 12 tribes of Israel. He said the 12 tribes of Judah. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know. You know. And if he does, if he's learning, I'm not bagging on him. All right, that's an excellent thing if he's learning. Okay, but, you know, if he was really true, if he was really serious, he'd drop the money, drop the albums. All right, and he'd just focus on, you know, getting good with the Lord. But a lot of people don't want that because they're too worried about money. All right, and as it says in Luke 16:13, you cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Okay, you can't serve money and the Lord at the same time. One's gonna have to be less. Okay, and whatever the lesser one is, all right, is the one you don't care about. Okay, so if you're more about money and a little bit about the Lord, you don't care about the Lord. All right, but if you're a little bit about, you know, if you're all about the Lord and a little bit about money, all right, then that's who you're with. You're with the Lord. But if you're all the way with money and a little bit with the Lord, that means you're not with him at all. That means you're not with him at all. Okay, of course we got to be, you know, with this money just a little bit, all right, because we got, you know, bills to pay, mouths to feed, all right, including our own, all right, bodies to clothe, right? And that's just the state of it. But there's a difference between, you know, serving Mammon, all right, and then serving Yahweh, and then, you know, and just having a little bit of money. Okay, you can have money and still serve Yahweh. All right, but when you start getting into that hustle spirit, man, of just like money, all I care about is money. You wake up thinking about money. All right, you sleep on a pillow that fucking has a Benjamin Franklin fucking design on it. It looks like a fucking, you know, money. All right, and you wake up, you know, and you have money scented toothpaste, you know, or some dumb shit, you know. I'm over exaggerating it. You know, just spray on your money scented cologne. Money. You know, you open up the stock market and cryptocurrency on another phone. You browse. You know, it's all about money. That's you know, you're not thinking about, hey, I need to make a lesson. You're thinking about, hey, my money. You know, that's what you're thinking about, are you not? And you know, people don't want to admit it, but people care more about money than they care about the Lord, and the Lord knows that, and the Lord's going to pay you back for that, man. The Lord is going to pay you back for that. You're not going to get off scot-free. I'm going to grab a drink. Alright, bear with me just one moment, actually. 1 minute. Alright, we're back. Slakia. So, I'm going on with James 2:2 through 6. I'm going to grab one more drink. It says, verse 2. And this is really telling for a lot of you people, because that's how it is. So this is James 2:2. We'll actually just get up from 1. So James 2:1 all the way down through 6. It says, my brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and gay mean, fancy back in the day before these homosexuals ruined it. It says, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool. So, if you're in this position where, you see someone come in looking, luxurious, all right, and then you see someone coming in looking homely, all right, and you say, oh yeah, here, you have this good place, rich man, and then you take, this poor man, you say, here, sit in this place that sucks, just stand there, or sit under my footstool, what happens? It says what? James 2:4, are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts? Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh, listen close, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him? But ye have despised the poor. Doth not rich man oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats? So there's a couple things here to decompress. So you people love, these people like Elon Musk. No, Elon Musk, man. He's a certified, he's a billionaire. He's self-made and blah. Shut the fuck up, man. Okay, Elon Musk is a bitch. Okay, and he's weird. All right, something's fucking off with the guy. All right, and he's somehow related to these elites. Okay, you don't just get like that without. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a Rockefeller or Vanderbilt somewhere down the way. All right, he's not your fucking friend, and he's over here putting brain chips in people. Or trying to. Right now he's doing it with monkeys, but, and a lot of those monkeys have died, okay? So you over, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, shut the fuck up, man. These people are the same people that are oppressing you, and you think that they're cool, and you, I don't want to hear what you have to say, poor ass motherfucker. Jeff Bezos is speaking, shut up and listen, you're dumb, man. A lot of these people are dumb. You're so worried about money that your brain have fucking flew out, and it's just sitting there on the ground, just squishing around. You're dumb. A lot of you people are really dumb. All right, going back. Who did the Lord choose? Did he choose the rich? No, right here it says, hath not Yahweh chosen, we'll highlight it, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world rich in faith? All right, and, we'll just start over from the top. We don't want to cut through it. James 2:5, hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him? Okay, he promised, he promised this to the people that love him, not the rich people, not the people that have money, or you're gonna have to buy your way in. No, that's not how it works. Okay, you trust in the Lord and love the Lord. All right, here's the kingdom. Right, that's how it goes. There was a promise. Okay, and the Lord chose who? Poor this world, rich in faith. Poor this world, rich in faith. Poor this world, rich in faith. Poor in pocket, all right? Rich in belief, okay? You ain't got no money. Poor, all right? Ain't poor, and even if you have a little bit, even if you get a $500-$600 check, you're still poor, You're still poor as shit, You're poor if you make under, $40K a year, really. $40K a year, hell, man. If people, they say that's the average income, and that's bullshit. That is really bullshit. Don't believe that. All right, you Jakes out there, that is not the average income. Okay, that's the average, maybe Edomite income. All right, but not our income. You got to realize the average income. If you got to, the way that they, and this is my theory. All right, and this is just some shit that I made up, so it don't mean nothing. But you got to look at what you see the people working with on average. What do you see people do? Because you got to realize the average people, they say, it's 45 to 50K a year. And they're saying that's the average income, right? That's the average income, 40 to 50K a year. Now, those people are in those jobs, are in decent jobs. They're not working minimum wage. These are people that are in offices. These are people that are working in, different companies, all right? I would not consider that average, all right? When I go out, what do I see? I see people working at fast food places. I see people working at Target. I see people working at Walmart, right? I see people working at gyms. I see people working at, what's another business that a lot of people go to? Gas stations, I already said, I think. No, the gas stations. I see people working at gas stations, car washes. These jobs do not pay a lot of money, man, okay? These jobs do not pay a lot of money. Okay, these people are making, I myself, I make a little bit above minimum wage, because minimum wage is in Nevada is, I don't know, like 10 or something. I'm making closer to 13, but still, that's not a lot of money. I'm not making 40K. I'm making closer to 15, as a lot of people are, man. So And that's me working an above minimum wage job. Now you gotta realize all the poor bastards out there working minimum wage jobs, and I've done it. I've worked plenty of minimum wage jobs. Okay, I've worked plenty of them. Okay, and that's what I see. That's what I see, people. I see people working at Walmart, Target. And they're not making no 50K. So wouldn't they be the average? Shouldn't the average be about 15, 14K a year? That's what I'd say. But these people don't want to do that. They don't want to make their society seem so bad, you know? So, hey, but it doesn't matter because, you know, we don't have to have money to be, you know, the Lord's people. Okay? The Lord's got us, you know, regardless of if we have money or not. It's all through faith. Okay? It's all through faith. And that's you know, and Yahweh Shemiah Shai is great. Okay? So that shows you he's not like men, because men are fucking stupid. All right, men are stupid. They look at, oh, you got money? You got money? You want to hang with me? You want money? The Lord doesn't care if we have money or not. Okay, he wants to know if we have faith. Do we trust in him? And that's why. And that shows you that Yahweh Shemiah Shai is great, and that he doesn't think like no man, because men are fucking stupid. Okay, and Yahweh Shemiah Shai, you know, the Son through the Father has wisdom. All right, and an extremely intelligent being. Okay, beings. All right, both the Father and the Son. Okay, so you know these men, all they care about, yo, you can't hang with us. You ain't got cash. You don't got blah 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 blah. No, you can hang with the Lord if you ain't got money. All right. Matter of fact, you're probably more likely to hang with the Lord if you ain't got no money, because He's not dealing with no rich ass people. Okay. Proverbs 3:13 through 14. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Why? Verse 14. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. So getting that wisdom and that knowledge and that understanding, as we always say, all right, it comes through who? Yahweh Shemiah Shai. All right, it was gifted to us. All right, and it's better than gold. It's better than silver. What am I gonna do with some gold? I'm gonna go buy some shit. Well, that's not gonna get me in the chariots. That's not gonna get me closer to the Lord. All right, that's not gonna get me into the kingdom. All right, that's gonna get me what? A PlayStation, an Xbox, a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I don't need none of that shit, you know? And we like to have it, but we don't need none of that shit. We don't need many things. You gotta realize, I need it. You don't need many things. The only thing you need is food, water, and clothing. That is it. That is it, okay? Anything else you don't need, all right? I'm talking about material items, okay? We're not talking about, of course, you need faith, all right? And a lot of things, you know, there's a lot more things you need spiritually than you need physical worldly items. The worldly items you need, food, water, clothes. That's it. That's it. And the Lord will take care of you with food, water, and clothes. All right, that's all you need. You don't need Netflix. You don't need Hulu. You don't need a subscription to this or a subscription to that. You don't need to buy a new video game. You don't need a new video game controller. You don't need a new console. My controller's broke. I do need one. You don't need one. You want one. Well, I need one. I can't play it with that. Well, you don't need the Xbox. So you don't need the controller to play it. You just want one because in order to play it, you need the controller because the controller's broken. You don't need that controller because you don't need the Xbox. You don't need the video games. You don't need it. You need food, water, clothes. That's it. That is it. But Jake gets so, you know, wrapped up in materials, man. They get wrapped up in materials, and it's all just a bunch of bullshit, man. Let's read it again. Proverbs 3 and 13 through 14. Verse 13, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we got this one, and then we're going to go ahead and close out. I got to go heading down to the plantation today, unfortunately. But hey, call all Yahweh Shemiah Shai. I'm feeling better. Lord willing, I continue to feel better. And, you know, hey, blessings and you brothers and sisters out there that are going through anything as well, you know, hey, you know, Lord willing, you know, you get over it, and may Yahweh Shemiah Shai bless you. So, Isaiah 33 and 6 reads, and wisdom and knowledge, you know, because in the previous verse we just read, all right, that's not it. The previous verse we read, you know, and you know, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, right? In Proverbs 3 and 13. Well, Isaiah 3 and 36, it kind of, you know, continues on and it talks about this. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay, so that wisdom and knowledge is always, you know, is always on the forefront, man. It's that wisdom and knowledge. And how do we get that wisdom and knowledge? It's not, and we didn't give it to ourselves, because did we have wisdom or knowledge when we were, smoking Black and Milds, all right, with our sticky ass, sappy, resin ass fingers from, pinching blunts all day? Did we have wisdom or knowledge? No. Well, yeah, street knowledge. Yeah, street knowledge don't mean shit, man. It don't mean shit. Wisdom and knowledge comes from Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and what is wisdom and knowledge? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So that's what's going to keep us stable, not money. All right, wisdom and knowledge, knowing this truth, this gospel. All right, when you're sitting there starving, okay, you think that money's going to help you if you don't have the chip? No. What is what's going to get you? That wisdom and that knowledge, that understanding, that faith. All right, saying, hey, look, I'm starving now, but Yahweh Shem Shai is going to come. And the elect's not really going to starve like that. You might be a little bit hungry, and you're not going to have to worry, well, what if we don't get fed again? All right, you don't want to be in that spirit of the Israelites that were, that just came from the Exodus. You don't want that. You don't want to, oh, is he going to feed us again? Oh, we haven't eaten a day. Come on now. Don't be like that. Don't be like your forefathers, man. And you don't do it, Don't do it. And the elect's not going to be like that. But, it's just, that's the state of Israel. It's not, they seek instant reward. That's why drugs are so powerful for a powerful force for Israel, is because they get addicted quick, because they seek that instant reward. They want that instant reward. That's why they do the drugs. That's why they drink heavily, excessively, because they want that instant reward. It makes them feel good, and that's a problem. That's a problem that needs to be weeded out. So but when you're sitting there, the money's not gonna be able to help you. You're gonna have to think, Yahweh Shem Shai has got me. Okay, he fed me yesterday. I'm gonna be fed today. All right, even if you can't go into it. How? You can't go into those stores. How are you going to do it then? You ain't got the chip. How are you going to do it? You're going to have to trust in the Lord and with wisdom and knowledge, all right, and know that the Lord's got you, okay? Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And finally, Proverbs 11:4. How long have we been going for? 40 minutes yet? Oh, there we go. That's good. Cool. All right, so let's get Proverbs 11:4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Once again, Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So what are riches going to get you? Nothing. What's righteousness going to get you? Salvation. All right. So, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. So, that's been the lesson. Money won't buy your way out of this place. You can't buy yourself salvation. I made lessons about this, a while ago. You can't, money won't save you. There's different lessons. We've talked about it before. But through the Spirit, I was looking for a lesson, go on. I was limited on time, and then I saw money, and then the Spirit hopped on me and said, yep, that's what we'll touch on. I haven't touched on it in a minute. So you're not going to be able to buy your way out of this place, man. The only, your ticket for, the chariots, all right, through Yahweh Shai is, it's really, faith through being a member of the elect. It's not no money. Okay, money will not buy your way out of this place. All right, it's all through Yahweh Shem Shai that you get saved, not what's in your pockets. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.